global tensions heating up and conflict zones multiplying, there's never been a more uncertain time to consider your ammo stockpile. Whether it's the prolonged Ukraine conflict, new turmoil in the Middle East, or whispers of instability in East Asia, the world feels like it's holding its breath. So in today's video, we're going over the best calibers to stockpile in 2025. 9mm. Let's not pretend. 9mm owns the streets when it comes to handguns in America. It's not just a fan favorite, it's the industry standard. And that didn't happen by accident. It beat out old legends like the .45 ACP not because it's louder or flashier, but because it's just more efficient where it counts. The shift from .45 to 9mm wasn't just about recoil or size. It was about smart shooting. Agencies, departments, and everyday folks started figuring out that you could carry more rounds, shoot faster, and get back on target quicker with 9mm. That's a win across the board, especially when split seconds matter. Now, you've got every major handgun manufacturer building around it. Glock? Of course, the 19, 17, and countless clones. SIG? Yup. Smith & Wesson? Naturally. Even Turkish options like Canik have carved out a space with it. And yeah, even Taurus pumps out 9mm handguns. Don't shoot the messenger. What makes it such a powerhouse isn't just popularity though. It's practical. You get manageable recoil, solid ballistics, and ammo that doesn't break the bank. Plus, let's be real, in any supply crunch or ammo shortage, 9mm is usually the first to fly off shelves and the last to fully come back. That says something about how in demand it is. For anyone who doesn't want to stock 5 different calibers at home, 9mm simplifies life. One caliber, countless platforms. From pistols to pistol caliber carbines, it covers a lot of ground. And for training, it's forgiving and consistent. For defense, it's proven. Next up, we have the 6.5 Creedmoor. It's built for precision, distance, and maybe just a little psychological advantage. This round, it's not your run-of-the-mill choice for casual plinking. You're not blasting this one at the range every weekend. No, this is your ace in the hole. When you need to reach out beyond the comfort zone of your standard 5.56, the 6.5 is a top-tier pick. Some might argue for the 300 Win Mag or even something wilder like the 408 Shaytac. And sure, those pack a punch, but they also come with heavy rifles, steep recoil, and price tags that'll make your wallet sob. The 6.5 Creedmoor offers a middle ground, flatter trajectories, extended range, manageable recoil, and outstanding consistency. It's a precision shooter's dream without the punishing shoulder trauma. In regions where you don't need to stop a moose or drop a bear, the 6.5 Creedmoor is perfectly adequate, and it doesn't just shine for hunting. This round's designed to help you dial in your accuracy, refine your long-range shooting skills, and give you some breathing room if things ever go sideways. Think about it. Most AR platforms top out around 600 to 700 yards depending on the barrel, but a well-set-up Creedmoor rifle can stretch its legs comfortably out to 1,000 yards and beyond. Some traditional hunters might vouch for rounds like the 270, which still has its merits within 500 yards. But ballistic coefficients matter, and that's where the Creedmoor wins. Its aerodynamic design maintains velocity better downrange, translating to better energy retention and flatter shots past the 500-yard mark. It's also becoming more and more mainstream, even finding favor in military circles, slowly eating away at the throne once held by the 308. Look, it's not a 300 Win Mag. Nobody's claiming it's a tank stopper, but it is incredibly versatile. It's cost-effective, accurate, and you'll find it just about anywhere ammo is sold. Pair it with a lighter rifle like the SIG Cross and you've got something you can carry into the woods or the mountains without hating yourself halfway through the hike. Now, gear matters. If you're building a setup around a precision cartridge, don't forget about the support equipment. Good optics aren't cheap, And if you want consistency past 800 yards, you'll need the right glass, perhaps a ballistic calculator like a Kestrel, and maybe even a quality bipod or shooting bag. Also, consider how a new caliber might affect your entire setup. The 6 ARC, for example, awesome round, but it demands different magazines. Suddenly, you're swapping gear, maybe even buying a new rig to accommodate one small change. Is it precise? Not really. It's not a replacement for real dope or confirmed ballistic charts. But if you're ever in a pinch, it's a shockingly effective field guess. Think of it as the duct tape of long-range shooting. Not pretty, but gets the job done. So yeah, 6.5 Creedmoor, affordable, accurate, easy to find, and backed by more than a few shooters who swear by it. If you're only picking 3 calibers, this one deserves a hard look. 5.56 NATO. The AR-15 platform, a staple for many firearm enthusiasts, typically chambers this round, or close sibling, 223 Remington, though compatibility depends on your specific rifle. That alone makes it worth a second look. When stepping up from a sidearm, the natural next move is a lightweight, versatile rifle, and if you're being realistic about what's out there, it's tough to ignore the 5.56 NATO. It might not be the most exciting round anymore, but it's got something that's hard to beat: availability, reliability, and adaptability. You're not building a sniper setup. You're not looking to bag a moves at 800 yards. What you need is something that fills the gap between close quarters punch and mid-range capability. 5.56 fits that slot pretty cleanly. It's cheap, it's mass-produced, and if you're smart with your build, it'll carry you from 0 to 500 yards with decent results. Now, don't expect it to hit like a truck past 400 yards, especially from a short barrel. If you're using something like an 11.5-inch carbine, you're trading off muzzle velocity. But that's the point of shorter barrels. They're meant for maneuverability, not knockdown power at distance. If you want to push things a bit, an 18-inch barrel will give your round more speed as it travels down the barrel, adding just enough extra zip to make a difference in energy transfer and trajectory. And yes, the twist rate of your barrel matters. Most AR platforms you'll see today run a 1-7 or 1-9 twist. That directly affects what grain of bullet you should be feeding it. A 1-9 twist is sweet for 55 to 62 grain rounds, while a 1-7 loves 77 grain or even heavier. Why? Because the faster twist stabilizes those heavier projectiles mid-flight, keeping them on target. And if you're just shooting paper or ringing steel, plain old 55 grain FMJ will get the job done, and you can get it by the bucket load. But if you're thinking defensive, hunting, or accuracy at range, you better get pickier. Open tip match OTM rounds, especially the 77 grain flavor, have become more accessible and offer reliable precision. On the flip side, avoid green tip 62 grain penetrators for defensive use. They're great for punching through barriers, but notorious for overpenetration and less than stellar terminal ballistics. You might hit, but you won't always stop. Let's be honest, part of the appeal of the 5.56 is just how many flavors you can find it in. Soft points for hunting, frangible rounds for training, barrier blind loads for defense, and everything in between. That kind of flexibility is what makes it go to choice for a carbine setup in unpredictable environments. And don't forget the barrel length. While longer barrels can offer better velocity, the standard 16-inch setup gives you that sweet spot between maneuverability and performance. Anything shorter may require legal paperwork depending on where you live. All of this matters if you're thinking long-term. A good rifle chambered in 5.56 can serve many roles: home defense, property protection, and even medium-range engagements. It's a round that's easy to stockpile, easy to train with, and good enough to handle most threats you're likely to face. This isn't just about gear, it's about being prepared. The world's been shaken up before, and it'll happen again. History guarantees it. So when things go sideways, You'll want a rifle platform that's familiar, easy to maintain, and runs on ammo you can still find in tough times. If you liked the video so far, please leave a like and subscribe. Next, we have the 22 long rifle. Long before the rise of the modern semi-auto rifle platforms, the 22 LR had already carved out its place in the gun world. It's been around for well over a century, an old-timer that still pulls its weight. One of the best things about the 22 LR is how widespread it is. You'll find these rifles and pistols just about everywhere, and for good reason. They're affordable, lightweight, and ridiculously easy to shoot. Take a suppressed 22 pistol, for instance. Quiet as a whisper and ideal for newcomers. There's no harsh recoil or deafening noise to scare off first-timers, making it one of the most beginner-friendly calibers out there. If you're building up your ammo reserves, the 22 LR is a smart place to start. It's the kind of round you can shoot all day without watching your wallet bleed dry. A bulk pack of 500 rounds? You're typically looking at somewhere between $35 and $40, though it varies depending on your area and the current market. That price point makes it easy to stockpile. Imagine grabbing just one 500-round brick every week. Maybe as part of your regular Friday routine. After a few paychecks, you're sitting on a few thousand rounds without really noticing it. Do that consistently over the course of a year, and suddenly you've got 20,000 or even 25,000 rounds quietly sitting in your ammo cans. And the thing is, 10,000 rounds of 22 isn't as outrageous as it might sound. These things go fast, especially if you shoot often. Whether you're training, plinking, or just having fun at the range, it's easy to burn through a few hundred in a single session. And unlike other calibers like 5.56 or 9mm, running through a couple boxes of 22 won't leave you feeling like you just emptied your bank account. The 22 LR may not be the most powerful round on the shelf, but it's absolutely one of the most useful. Low recoil, low noise, low cost. It checks all the boxes for range practice, new shooter training, and the long-term storage. If you're looking to stretch your dollar while keeping your trigger time high, the 22 is the king of practicality. If you had $1 million to invest into only one kind of ammo, what would it be? What's your go-to loadout for precision shooting? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear what works for you and why.